Captain! Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed!
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test. You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
Since you already see me as a villain, it's only natural I've learned how to avoid torture, right?
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Temporarily restricting the proxy's movements and communications? What does that mean?
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
That's just... so...
That's terrible!
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Obel Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics. My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the Squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Waifei Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
Huh?
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you? When will you finally understand that as his sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just a pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Wise can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I saw some new data with my eye implant in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it. Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Wise, just like always.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Obel Squad, just like always.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Wise.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there? Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms? They're coming closer. Get in their arms! We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock. More at 5 o'clock. Oh, is it the Exaltus troops in disguise? No. They emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive. What the Are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal monster just take them too! Reporting in. We've got casualties. We've got another wave of hostiles closing in on the right. We need backup! It's just as the Overseer said. Even a miracle like a resurrection is nothing for the Creator.
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we...
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale up so far. Only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time, swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence, since the enemy already knows we're coming. Let's seize this...
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the Hollows can... We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I'm counting on all of you, too.
Save it. We're...
What the captain means is... Oh,
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full...
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert. Like a startled, we can't risk the Exaltist core members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
based on the intelligence we have, the target's stronghold in this operation is very likely the...
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question.
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde...
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly... But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian.
I understand. So please believe me. When I'm acting as your
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs, blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not give them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
The wind.
Laser vision activated.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel's...
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltists to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't...
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a
That's right. And we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking...
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Rookie. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them...
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist's base been completely cleared?
Several preachers took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clear.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. We can't even handle something this simple properly. Obel soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Obel, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus. Late, right? The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Whatever called this an ambush.
I can't really control my strength.
We've already failed half of the mission's objective.
Oh? Here. Elite targets have appeared.
These targets. Just the kind of fight Obel Squad's been waiting for.
Ingot target locked.
Not over yet.
Supervision activate.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad his Oldest spoke so highly of. Codename Obel? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel is—
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post.
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the reception banquet for the—
A reception banquet? For a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Ah, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This gentleman is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted—
I'm just doing my duty. Please. The title of envoy is a bit too much.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration?
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters. Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether—
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at—
This place is not only a key Exaltist stronghold. Porcelumex's other executive had previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were— and now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the defense force.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness. Commander Lorenz is so—
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping—
Yes, Captain Magus.
Everyone! The Exaltis, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory. Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander!
I hate to be that guy, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow.
As far as I know, the key Exaltus leaders are still at large. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Yishuan Shifu, and the Exaltus suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down.
Yishuan, High Preceptor.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere?
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings.
You might be right. But in any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death...
That doesn't sound like something a strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on a...
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Sr. would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded.
I understand. Opal Squad and all the other soldiers, everyone should enjoy this hard-earned...
Thank you, Proxy.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow, and besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltus stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than I have no place in Tops any longer. And the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunque Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Wi-Fi Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunque Summit for assistance either, but if it's to keep you safe...
It's all right. Just when I was at my wit's end.
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about. It's funny, most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus
That's all right. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if a company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, The condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the Round Table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, poor Salumix has clearly stepped out of line.
I think I get why the corporations might see members. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason Tops has managed to maintain.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he's not really a friend, I do have some understand. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also some...
You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Mr. Wise.